I can spot something in the distance there. Through the vines, do you guys see it? Some kind of cobblestone thing? Let's go and investigate. It seems to be another one of those ruined buildings like we've seen before. This one seems much bigger though. Could it be that the whole city over here has been taken over by the jungle? You can see that this building is actually collapsed over here. This seems like a really good discovery. It seems like the more we actually get into the jungle, the more buildings we're discovering. So that means that this jungle used to hold some kind of civilization here before. This building has definitely seen better days, but so far it seems one of the buildings that is most exposed to the air. So it looks like it's been taken over by the jungle and it kind of fell into caves over here. Trees are growing, vines, leaves all around it. So we definitely discovered it on time before it actually gets taken over by the jungle even more. There's actually a tree right down the middle. So I think with this building, this tells us there used to be a city over here. So how about we try and restore this whole city to its former glory? Hello everyone, it's Yuki here and welcome back to another episode from the Eternals SMP. I hope you guys are ready to see what's going to happen in this episode. As you can see here, we've discovered this really cool building over here and I'm really excited to take on the task of restoring this whole city that used to be over here. So over the course of the season, you guys are going to be seeing more of the city being discovered, being built, and I'm going to try my best a bit more at storytelling and falling down everything and trying to make the series much better with every single episode that I'm making. Like you can see, all of these buildings that we've discovered so far, they seem to be some kind of skyscraper. So this one was a bit skewed and it looks like it's been worn down and fell over here. So the previous ones that we discovered, they were kind of at the edge of the jungle. So I guess we didn't actually manage to see the whole building. So we've only seen, probably they've been eroded a lot. There's only the foundation of the building remaining. So we're gonna keep these as they are. But the idea is that we are going to be building a whole brand new city over this whole jungle. In between episodes, I made a slight path over here that's basically taking us to our skeleton farm. So it's nothing special or anything, I just kind of cleared the trees out of the way just to make it easier to walk. So this is the entrance to the farm. I left that door open, but ignore that. And I have done a few changes at the mob farm. Like I said, I'm going to try to make it a bit nicer. I still have to do a few things over here. So while I do that, how about you guys watch a few clips over here of how we actually managed to distribute our exports. What are exports, you might wonder? Just like in the real world, each of us will be in charge of a specific resource that only we have the ability to sell. Exports will for sure increase collaboration as we progress through the season because everyone will be able to farm the resources, but only one person will be able to sell each specific one. So you might see multiple trades happening if another Eternal has an excess of said resource and wants to make a profit from it. You know what we should do? We should play the stats game, who shoots first.
Okay, what stat do you want to use?
Well,
for the first one, we'll do, time. What is it? Time played? The stat
and 8.35 hours.
Shoot.
I think it could be cool to do
I'm a little trigger
like
happy.
stat poker, where the person who goes first, so Mythians has the least time, so you go first. Then the next person, you pick a stat for the four of us.
Oh, yeah.
And then that person shoots. They pick a stat for the 3 to last person.
Although,
Right,
who
so-
killed the most chickens?
I have
who kills the
39.
most chickens?
I'm gonna do chests opened highest.
1,532. Barrels opened most.
49.
82.
I will this.
Nice.
Right in the middle, nice.
Middle.
And I got iron.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's a good one.
Very
Oh,
nice.
dang!
I'm
I
glad you're
should
my
have. I
neighbor.
should have. I should have taken that trade.
And with that export settled, we are back at the Skelly farm. I actually didn't do as much as I wanted to, purely because I'm going to be doing a couple of things here where I'm going to need to dig in a bit more. So I didn't want to design this whole thing and then have to dig through it again. So I decided to just slightly expand it. This is open just because I put a torch there so the skeletons would stop. I don't want them right now to spawn. And then I added a couple of glow berries around, some leaves over here just to kind of, you know, make it look overgrown. And to give you an idea of what exactly I actually want to do over here, it's going to be an XP farm slash area slash everything basically. So we have the skeleton farm already. We have the pond for the fishing, and the whole idea is that I want to have a few furnaces over here on this wall or on one of these walls, probably this one, because I think I have the most space in the back of it to make the whole system for this. And I basically want to do a whole building that has a huge cactus farm inside, has a huge bamboo farm inside, both probably a passive bamboo farm, and probably one that's activated by bone meal whenever this is available. So I'm going to try to do a lot of automation in here since we have the crafter now. And basically I'm gonna have this sort out all the bones, automatically convert them into bone meal, shoot them to the farm, get the bamboo, which basically is going to be the fuel for this whole furnace array, and then the cactus would flow in from the building, get me all the XP, and then probably I will have to do some kind of lever thing, or maybe I'm gonna do like a lever thing. I don't know exactly yet what I want to do fully. I could add technically like some kind of hopper here, or I didn't really plan the design in full, but basically this is the whole idea. So this was kind of the idea that I had for this episode, but then we actually gathered around and we got the export sorted. So I think my main priority right now is actually going to get an iron farm. So to get an iron farm, I'm probably gonna have to go to that village that we discovered and get 2 villagers minimum, basically. So if I manage to get the 2 villagers over here, that should be good enough to start an iron farm, and then from there on I can just start breeding them and create more iron farms. I think instead of creating a really huge iron farm, I'm gonna create multiple small ones around the whole base area that I'm gonna have. So remember that I'm going to have a huge base this season with all the skyscrapers that I'm going to be building. So the whole idea is I'm gonna be building pretty decent sized iron farms all across the area. So like that, no matter where around the base I'm gonna be, at least one of the farms is gonna be fully operational, and that's gonna passively create iron for me, right? So remember, I'm the only one that can actually sell the iron, but other people can also make their own farms. So the idea is that I have to produce enough iron to be able to sell it cheaper than what other people could be bothered making a farm. So as long as I sell it cheaper than someone spending their own time making an iron farm, I should have a pretty successful shop. Also for this area over here, I think I'm going to start building this slightly backwards. So I'm going to try to create this whole furnace array here. So like that we have the output done first. And then based on this, I'll be able to design the cactus farm, the bamboo farm, and then the whole building around it. So the building is probably going to go in last, just so I can contain all the farms inside it. So this is definitely not going to be a 1 episode task like I originally actually planned it to be. So it's probably going to span across a couple of episodes, but that's good. I really want to do things a bit more different and do things much bigger than I used to do them before. Kind of push myself a bit, use the crafter that we now have in this update, and try to design not necessarily new farms, because, you know, most of the farms are actually already probably designed, but I'm gonna try to make some kind of my own design kind of way. So like that, you know, it's gonna fit my aesthetic basically, because if I'm just gonna do the biggest farm, obviously I'm gonna get the biggest throughput of items, but maybe doing it this way where I'm going to have, you know, 4 or 5 different iron farms span across the whole area that I have, that's gonna give me a reason to go to different buildings as well, rather than just AFKing at one. And by having multiple ones, I could actually remove myself from AFKing, because I'm gonna be in the area anyway trying to build. People are gonna come over maybe, so like that I'm not gonna have to bother too much to AFK. So I think that's a really good idea. So what do you guys think? Should I build a huge farm, or do you guys like the idea of building multiple smaller ones? So now the one issue that I have is to actually bring those villagers over from that village. So I'm gonna need a lot of iron, which I definitely don't have enough to create all the rails. The one thing that I'm going to do is use a minecart with a furnace. So like that, I'm gonna just place down regular rails. I'm gonna use that, and then hopefully I'm gonna have enough iron. I'm probably gonna have to put the rails like kind of halfway, and then push the villager over, add the rail again, and then push it all the way back home, because it's going to be a lot of rail. The good thing about it is that once I actually bring the villagers over, I'm not gonna have to worry too much, because I'm gonna be building an iron farm. I used up all the iron that I had, and it barely gave me 5 stacks of rails, and that means that this is going to be a really long trip. As you can see on the map, we are over here, and the village is about 1,000 blocks away, more or less. A good thing is that it is a straight line. However, I'm still gonna have to probably deal with nighttime and a lot of mobs around and all this. I'm probably gonna have to do a lot of readjusting of the terrain, because it's definitely not a 1 block gap over here. So the rails are going to be tricky to do, but let's get this started. One live stream later, I managed to build this abomination, and just when I thought everything was going well, it didn't. So if you look right here, I got 2 zombie villagers, each of them in their own boat. I managed to get the 2 villagers after a few attempts, and just when I was ending the stream, it got night. I didn't sleep. I thought this is going to be fine, and a zombie somehow got in there and managed to convert both of them into zombie villagers. So I was asking, and unfortunately no one actually has a blaze rod for me, so I'm gonna have to go to the nether, find a fortress, grab some blaze rods, craft a weakness potion, get 2 golden apples, and convert these guys to actually make the breeder. Because I'm definitely not going through the whole thing again by transporting 2 more villagers from over at the village. Alright, I think I finally got everything. Got the 3 water bottles. I need to transform this into blaze powder. Drop that in there. I need the spider eye, I believe, and that turns them straight into a potion of weakness. Gunpowder goes in. Potion of weakness. We got the splash. Local brewery. brew a potion. Very nice. So this is Donnie and Mary. So let's splash them. And that is very loud as usual. And now we just need to wait. What's that? About 5 minutes, I believe it is. Something like that. So I have them in separate boats here just to make sure that if one of them is faster, the other one doesn't convert the other one back. So I guess I'm just gonna wait over here and then I'm gonna restart this breeder. And I hope that they will be safe now. I don't really see how any other zombies would get in there. I guess they don't walk on rails technically, so I should be fine with that. And then over here, they will just fall in. So I already had 2 babies before. I think we saw them on stream, so if you guys want to see, you can just go over on my YouTube. There's a VOD there. I try to save all the VODs in the same playlist as every episode, so like that you can kind of watch everything start to finish if you ever really want to. And here we go, we got the first one, we got the zombie doctor. And let's see how long it's gonna take for the second one. Okay, that was fast. I think that was actually less than 5 minutes. So now I can do this. Break the boat. So this guy should be farming by himself. Let's grab some bone meal. And try to breed these guys, see if I can get the baby out of it. And then hopefully, well not hopefully, I'm definitely going to be building this iron farm today, or this episode. It's not going to be today my time, but it is going to be this episode. I got enough carrots now, so 17 for you, 17 for you. That should be plenty to get you guys breeding. Mary and Donnie. And you actually have a 1 pumpkin tray. Oh yeah, because I cured them. I forgot about that. So I could get some nice trades out of them. And here we go. There were some hearts. And that baby should walk right off. Ooh, there's some issues there. I believe that they can't actually walk to the bed. That's the issue. I think that might be the problem. We do have hearts again. For the 4th or 5th time now. So please work. Please work. There we go. Yes. So yeah, they need definitely a clear path to the bed. That was the issue. So now that guy is gonna jump in, fall down there, and then he's just gonna relax there to be collected. So in theory this should be an infinite breeder now. There shouldn't be any issues unless there's some kind of zombies that are gonna be able to drop down in there again. Other than that, I think we should be fine. So now that the breeder is actually working, I think we can have a break and go to the end to finally fight the dragon and get our wings. So you go watch that. I'm gonna be waiting in the meantime for those villagers to spawn. And I'm gonna try to build that iron farm. Finally be able to get closer to opening that shop.
Hello.
Everybody.
Yuki, Pro Kitman.
Hi.
How are you guys?
I'm doing well.
Oops.
What's your horse's name? Walnut?
Walnut, yeah.
Oh, that's
is
so
Walnut.
cute. Mine his
Yeah.
name is Daniel. Who's
Let's
ready to
go.
take down this Ender Dragon? Let's go.
Let's go right now.
Dibs on the
Let's
egg.
go.
No dips on the egg, double dips.
I already
double,
called dibs.
triple-
Trunk, you've been making them wait for a while, so we need to get over there.
Yeah, like we're
I know.
out of here, bro.
I told you guys didn't have to slow me down. Don't let me slow you guys down.
It's fine. I was getting my gear ready anyway.
Yeah, Mikey's horse will slow us down anyways. My
You got
fault.
this black horse that's pretty
I was
fast.
making sure I had to go
chasing
this way.
after you. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I got.
Who's holding the golden carrots?
Me. Oh.
Yeah, you had this one horse just chasing after you, like gimme, gimme, gimme.
Yeah, well, I don't
Oh,
want him.
I guess that's a
I
way
don't want
to
him.
find a horse that's faster than yours. If it catches up to you, you know it's faster.
I have to get a cake out of the oven real quick. I will be right back.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Everybody in the comments,
tomorrow's
wish
kid's
Pro
birthday.
Kitman a happy birthday.
Happy early birthday. I'll tell you, Mikey,
Yeah, I'll be back.
It'll be early for us, but it'll be belated for you guys. So in the comments, wish Kit a happy birthday.
Happy
And wish
happy
Yuki
birthday.
happy. I love how everyone was like, they were like, Yuki, you coming? Meanwhile, Kit and I are still behind. Still
Wow,
falling
we're
behind.
just
Yeah, right.
mud.
I guess.
Oh, into the pit.
No.
It's
Ken,
an
come on.
honor to be destroyed by the new weapon.
Speaking of,
Whoa! Whoa!
No.
I have to walk everywhere.
My friends, today is gonna be,
Gonna
the,
be
day
the day.
that they're gonna throw it back to you. By
Wait for me
now,
back.
you should have somehow realized what they're gonna do. And I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do
Oh.
about you now.
I just caught on to what he was doing.
I
knew
knew
it
since
right
the
away.
first second.
Backbeat, turns on the street, then the fire in your heart is out.
All right, Fails, hit us.
And with the confidence at an all-time high, the Eternals
I don't know who that was.
prepare to jump into the void that lays beyond. Jesus Christ, dude, we're in here.
Goodbye, we're not famous.
Counterclockwise.
Wow.
Counterclockwise.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm just going.
Oh yeah, we're definitely in a
yeah,
precarious
this
spot.
was sweet.
Loading.
Wow, look at this colorful bridge.
Look
It's
at
the
Bale's
Rainbow
going.
Bridge
Look at the
to
coordination. Look at the teamwork.
Asgard. Oh,
It's
she's
game time.
angry.
It's game
And
time.
high.
Mike, you almost just caught an arrow.
It's time
Oh,
to
Lord.
game.
You're about to catch a fade.
Now
Oh,
this
first shot.
is
Get good,
epic.
Bale.
I forgot that the Endermen were out here too, and I about looked at.
Oh! What was that?
Oh, we
Can I
way
not
overshot.
There we go.
Need to drop that right here just to
Dude, this fight's gonna last like all of 20 seconds.
Good.
Pretty much.
You got this, Mikey.
Let's go!
You can do it. We believe.
I did it!
Let's go.
Yeah!
We got launched. All right, Strong,
Yeah.
good levels, good levels.
Let's go!
So who's end busting?
Oh, I found one! And a ship! Dibs!
Awesome.
Actually, no. Yuki's gotta go to bed. Yuki gets first dibs. Let's go!
And I got
Man,
beetroot
that is falling saves
seeds.
lives.
It really does. You got beetroot seeds?
Yes.
That's the most important thing of the trip, I think.
I'm just hoping to find a gateway, to be
I
honest.
found a gateway.
Did you?
Literally. Just hoping to find a gateway. I found a gateway.
Time to head straight back. That was a bit scary. This is how it used to look like before all the cleanup. And this is how it looks now. That's looking actually really cool in the sky, and I have a really cool idea for the next episode of what I want to do with this. So be sure to come back. So in case you're wondering, all of those golems are falling down here into the lava pit. And then I got a good bit of iron already from this, so that's looking pretty nice. And I'm probably gonna put another ruin building all around this to kind of hide it and cover it up so it looks like it kind of belongs in the area. As always, thank you for tuning in. Your support means a lot. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and share your thoughts below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Until next time, happy crafting!